Tonight was interesting. If you believe all the talking heads, it was remarkable. Yes, two candidates going toe-to-toe. Sorry, Jill Stein and Gary Johnson. The president and Governor Romney duking it out at Hofstra University in New York State. It was interesting. Worth watching, I would say, without a doubt. Worth watching. I will start from the end with some post-debate polling and go backwards through different points that stuck out at me in the debate. Things that I think the president and moderator Crowley did rather well with. First, CBS polled about 500 uncommitted voters after the debate asking, what do you think, or rather, whom do you think won the debate? Well, with a meager 30% thinking Romney won, 33% thinking the candidates tied, and 37% believing the president won the debate, you start to wonder. CNN also has a poll, but some things about the data, some information about the people represented in the data. 33% polled were Democrats, sure. But another 33% of those polled were registered Republicans. Now, at first glance, that may seem hunky-dory, just great, grand, peachy. But there's a problem. That's an 8% oversampling for Republicans when you compare it to national data and people even remotely likely to show up to vote, voter turnout. What's shown historically is 8% oversampled in this poll from CNN, which I probably don't have to tell anybody is often claimed to be liberal-leaning by those trying to reduce the absurd biases of a media network that shall go unnamed. But in a strange twist, this poll, I'm really getting into it because it's important that this conservatively biased poll, or at least sad inaccuracy, is skewed in Romney's favor. And yet, among those that CNN polled, there was 46% holding that President Obama was the victor of this debate, compared to only 39% for Romney. Back to CBS polling, this one of the directness that each candidate brought to answering questions. Basically, who dodged questions less? As all politicians do dodge questions, who dodged them less? It was 55% that sided with the president, and just 49% siding with Governor Romney on directness. When asked who would better assist and further the growth of the middle class, it was President Obama in the lead again, with 56% more trusting that he would be able to do those things with the middle class, and with a considerable 13-point difference, Romney at only 43% of those people trusting him to even care about the middle class. That's pretty startling. When you see second debate in this disparity in trust, I don't know. I mean, I've made it clear from the very beginning that I think Romney is going to lose pretty badly, but you start to wonder if I might just be right. when you look at the numbers. Enough with my condescending banter, though. I do have to say, as coverage winded on, and local news channel 3 had some people calling in for the question, who do you think won the debate tonight? Kelly called in, quoting her, Obama. Romney just was being too rude and disrespectful. Another, Nicole, said, I'm not an Obama fan, but he is doing a great job at this debate. Romney is being a little rude. And Shirley from Newport News said, I've never seen Mitt so unglued. He's acting like a madman. He's interrupting. He's rude, talking over people. I think he's showing his desperation with what he's doing today. Speaking of desperation, Romney tried to, and get it, this is a good segue for all the interesting little issues that came up in the debate. Romney actually tried this classic line of attack that you usually see candidates that are desperate launching on either side, and that's this seemingly new Republican doctrine where the president has some control over gas prices. And that's cute, because if you want to go that route, we can go that route. In fact, this isn't quite the way the president phrased it. Or at least I don't think I'll be ending with that. Anyway, the the president made some good points on this, because Romney was talking about how gas was an average of $1.86 when the president came in, and it's now an average of about $4 a gallon nationwide. Though I just paid $3.47, so enough of the bragging, though. Great points made were that with policies like the ones that got us into the recession and the ones that Romney clearly supports, because 8 of his 24 economic advisors are directly from the Bush administration, I suppose, in a sense, this new Republican idea where, as president, you can have control over gas prices is indirectly quite true. See, if you run the economy into the ground, of course gas prices are going to be $1.86. I actually, by the way, paid 99 cents one weekend back in the summer of 2009. Gas prices have nothing to do with presidential politics directly. Let's make that clear. For Romney to even attempt to use that against the president was a tactical joke. It didn't make sense because it was like what Kerry launched against Bush. Like, it just doesn't work. People know that gas is as a result of speculation and macroeconomic factors, like the efficiency of cars, which leads to the driving down of demand for gas, which can actually alleviate gas prices, which is, by the way, President Obama's approach, has been and will continue to be as he's elected for a second term. Stay tuned for part 2.